Yo, I really, really am tired of being proven right every single day. It's not, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it because every time I'm proven right, that means that men haven't gotten any better, right? So I hate being proven right every day, but I'm proven right every day, every day. Now, for the last week or so, I've been hearing men fighting against this idea that I've been like just holding on to that I'm never gonna let go of until motherfuckers get better. But um men will not accept the fact that women do not choose poorly. I want men to understand this. Women do not choose poorly. That is not a thing. Choosing wrong is not really a thing. It's not really a thing when you think about it. When you think about it. Because even in the worst case scenario, hear me out. If a woman chooses a man and she, ends up getting harmed by that man, right? The thing that actually is the issue is the man doing the harm, not the woman choosing him. Now, you can say from her perspective, she put herself in harm's way, right? Like you can say that, but that's not wrong. I think the idea of right and wrong that people have in their brains is something where it's like, if harm is done, then it must be wrong, right? Just right. So she was harmed though. You see what I mean? She was harmed. She was harmed. So how is she wrong in that scenario when when a man is the one that is doing the harming and we're saying he's wrong? He can't be like, if that's what we're thinking is wrong, which I would hope we all go, okay, that's wrong. Him hurting her, that's wrong. Him cheating, him abandoning, whatever, that's wrong, right? We all can agree that that's wrong. But with her, how are we saying that she's wrong? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to say that women are wrong or they chose poorly or like, I don't like that word track. I think we got to get that out of our minds. And the reason why it's really important is because men typically just try to weaponize that against women. It's not about women actually choosing better. If I believed that the people who told women to choose better actually wanted women to choose better, then I really wouldn't have a problem with it. But the problem with it is the people who tell women, men who tell women to choose better, they're just trying to absolve the abusers of the harm that they have caused a woman. That's all they want to do. And they want to put the blame on the woman. So instead of saying, nope, the person who did wrong is wrong, they tell the woman to choose better. They tell the woman to choose better. And the way that this plays out every day, where I get proven right, though, is women would you cannot convince me that a woman is choosing a man knowing a man is going to do X, Y, and Z to her. I don't even care what he did prior to her, because again, we're human beings. Let's not be stupid here. Human beings can change. If we're all under the assumption that human beings can change and grow, right? Human beings can change and grow, right? Okay. I hope we all believe that. I hope you guys haven't given up on humanity to the point to where you think human beings can't grow and change and men can never be better and all of that stuff. If you are in that place, go to a therapist, seek help. You have gone too far, right? So keeping that in mind, if people can change, I don't have a problem with the person choosing a person with a troubled past, a woman or a man, for the most part. For the most part, that's within reason. Don't get me wrong. But for the most part, for an example, I wouldn't judge a man for choosing a woman who cheated on her ex-husband. I wouldn't judge him. You pick that woman and then she cheats on you. I'm not gonna be like, what'd you expect? Once a cheater, always a cheater. Like, I don't think like that. Because people can change. People can grow. Cheating is triggered and caused typically by some childhood abuse that leads people, to this place to where they feel like cheating is okay or is acceptable in a lot of cases, right? Especially with men, because men don't really cheat as a reaction to what women are doing to us. We cheat because we can. We cheat because society says that it's okay for men to cheat and so on and so forth. But the reason you bought into that though was probably stems from some, some shit that happened when you were younger, or some indoctrination, or whatever, right? So okay, cool. But I'm not going to sit here and say that you can't unlearn that you can't develop, that you can't grow beyond that. Of course you can. We all can. I used to do all types of stupid shit when I was 10, when I was 15, when I was 25. I used to drink. I used to do all types of shit fucking 20 years ago, 15 years ago that I would never do now. I couldn't even imagine doing. Like, I look back and I'm like, damn, I used to do that. Like, I would, at a certain age, we all do that. You can grow out of anything. You can develop past anything if you are intentional enough, right? So I don't blame anybody for choosing somebody who had a troubled past. That doesn't make sense to me, for us blaming people for giving people second chances. Like, imagine a corporation that hired ex-cons and ex-felons, right? We are in a society where ex-cons and ex-felons don't never get a fucking second chance. And that is the thing that typically leads to them going reoffending and going back to prison a lot of times, because they don't have any opportunities, right? So we're begging and pleading with companies to give ex-cons chances. Then they give them second chances. And then let's say some of the ex-cons, not even most of them, but just some of them, do wrong or whatever the case may be, and us going to the companies being like, y'all shouldn't see, y'all fucking cheat, giving them ex-cons a second chance. Like, that's crazy. Why would I ever blame the corporation? I would never blame the corporation. I would always blame the man or the woman who reoffended. Always. And maybe even the system, if anything. Circumstances created by something. Fine. But I'm definitely not about to blame the people or the entity that gave somebody a second or a third or a fourth chance, depending on what their crime was, by the way, right? And depending on what the new job is. I just want to be clear. It's not black and white, but just speaking in general, right? You cannot sit here and tell me that women choose men knowing what the man is going to do, even based on his past. You can't tell me on that. These men be lying. These men be saying they've grown. They will show that they have grown. They will listen to what I'm saying. Men will actually show like they have grown. They will actually show up like they have grown. And the woman is like, oh, okay. He definitely wasn't. If he was doing this before, I don't think his relationship would have ended, or whatever, right? So now he's doing the things that his ex told him that he should have been doing the whole time. Now he's doing it for the new woman, right? That doesn't happen all the time. And he's doing it until he stops doing it. He does it until he stops doing it, correct? So how the fuck does she know until he stops doing it? She doesn't know. She does not know. She has no fucking clue what's about to happen. Every single day, a new case crops up. Every single day that represents this.
So this fitness influencer just found out her dusty, crusty, depraved baby daddy slept with over 25 women that she knows of currently, while she is pregnant with their first child. 25 women. And oh hell yes, I'm judging that shit. Y'all like to be fake deep and fake woke, talking about some, oh, you don't judge because you never know. Oh, I do know. He was trying to destroy her. He was trying to break her. Because even from his lack of remorse after she found out about it, it was almost as if he wanted her to find out.
Who is saying don't judge about a man who slept with 25 women while his girl was pregnant? Like, where are these people at? Let me stay clear of them. They are crazy. We definitely judge him.
From his lack of remorse after she found out about it, it was almost as if he wanted her to find out. They do that, They'll cheat on you and then play like they're trying to cover it up, but really want you to find out because they want you to break down. Now, this young lady, she pulled a reverse Uno on him, and she maintained her self-respect. She shamed him out in the open. She didn't go ham or crash out on the women. And she's taking it in stride, at least for now. And she's trying to have the healthiest pregnancy that she can have because she's about to give birth. I tell y'all all the time that a lot of these dudes that I point out have that sadomasochistic streak in them. And it's not something that you can tell by dating them and just getting to know them. It's not even something you could tell a couple months into the relationship. It could have been one thing she said that bruised his ego. And now he is quietly raging against her in a resentful manner. I can guarantee you he's going to blame the demise of their relationship on her and not his wayward
Bitch,
penis.
I'm stepping on you hoes next and I'm coming for everything, bitch. I'm coming for everything, ho.
All right, let's read this. Yo, I know you hurt, but trying to air me out to Instagram is so immature. We met at Stats May 17th. He had a friend with him, but I forgot his name. That's the night his window on his car got broken. Later, he invited me to his Airbnb and we had sex that night. It was unprotected and I got tests a few weeks later and everything came back negative, thank God, because I had no idea he was sleeping with so many people. He told me he was single that night and was flirting with other people as well. I know he's been trying to come up to see me a few times. Again, I'm sorry. It actually makes me sick knowing a man can do that to a mother of his child, and you are gorgeous at that. So this is the woman. This is one of the women that he had slept with. I guess responding to the woman. This is what the men hate to see. They hate to see women not crash out on each other because they love using that shit against women to be like, oh, I thought y'all was girls. No, that goofy ass shit. Girl number 2 said, how many times, she asked the girl, how many times have y'all had sex? And she responded, I met him on Saturday at a house party with the same homeboy she talking about twice. Damn, I already could hear it too. I already could hear it. I could already hear the men's talking about hookup culture and all that goofy ass shit.
I'm so sorry that you're going through this right now. I did not know anything about him having a girlfriend, let alone an impregnated girlfriend. I am so sorry about this.
And he was telling me that he already had a son, that he was single.
Everything, we've been drinking a lot. And I told him to use a condom, and he was like kind of like fighting me on it. Like I remember him like saying he didn't really want to use it, and like kind of going back and forth with me. And I was just like, well, we're not doing anything if you don't use a condom. But I do have a feeling, and I can't prove this, but I do have a feeling that he took it off at the very end.
Not stealthing. He stealthed her? He stealthed her? Wow.
So I left it at that because I was already getting those signs. But truly, I apologize from my end just because I didn't do my due diligence to ask those questions.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, I appreciate you even apologizing, but clearly your intuition was telling you something, you know?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And so, where did y'all have sex?
We were in the car.
You did it in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was like after the party. Like, what date was this?
This was just last week on Thursday.
You're lying. Oh my God. And he ain't even cute. He cutting up like this. I don't even know how he. Listen. Depraved. Let's just call it what it is. Depraved. Nasty. At the very least, he could have used protection. We are going to have to just start bringing shame back because absolutely the fuck not. This is unacceptable. And people wonder why you'd rather stay single. Because I said it a couple days ago. No man, no worry about cheating. No man, no worry about a messed up pH balance. For all that you gave, you definitely make many sacrifices. So she let the booger wolf inseminate her. She showed him love all on her page. She got her own motion going. He attaches himself to her only to break her down. Ladies, please let this be a lesson to you. When you got your own motion, stop dating potential. Stop dating, well, he kind of almost there where I'm at. Don't do it. Because they get a sick thrill out of trying to break you down, humble you, even if you ain't did nothing. Now, this is just, to me, how he moving is very sociopathic. The way he put her at risk, the way he put his child at risk, he don't give no fuck about her. He don't give a fuck about that baby. So she's going to have to produce enough love for her and that baby. There is no pick better, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to pick who benefits you, period. Anything else, fuck God.
So that's exactly like what she's saying is pretty much what I be talking about all the time, which is you can't know. Like women can't know what men are going to do. Especially that, like, what woman, like, here's what I'm saying. Even if you thought a nigga was gonna cheat, do you think a nigga was gonna cheat with 25 fucking women? You know what I'm saying? Like while you're pregnant, like, even if you think like you don't put nothing past a man, right? You ain't thinking that. Even that. Like women ain't even think like y'all y'all be really up here acting like men don't just be changing. And this woman is already pregnant. This didn't happen before she was pregnant. He waited until he got her pregnant to do this. Like I'll be screaming this shit. I said this shit the other day. I was on a live. I said, oh my God, that thinking back, it just really pissed me off. But okay. So the other day on the live, I was saying how I was talking about how men what did I ask? I said, oh, I was talking about how women, when they get pregnant, men become more abusive, right? And I talked about the number one, manner in which pregnant women die is through femicide, and how high abuse goes up after women get pregnant, like DV. And I just brought up those two extreme examples to illustrate a clear pattern in men in which once a man impregnates a woman, whatever negative behaviors he have, they don't go away, they increase. Like if he was a little neglectful before, once she's pregnant, he becomes extremely neglectful. If he was a little, if he was a little financially abusive before, he's going to be very financially abusive now that she's pregnant, now that she's relying on him more. Like everything, all the negative things are exacerbated when a woman becomes problems in every single man. But in general, the men that are abusers, the things get worse. And that's all I was trying to illustrate. And these dudes was like trying to act like that was crazy. Like I pointed that out about the femicide, about the DV rates. And I was like, so do you think that only those two forms of abuse goes up? Or is it safe to assume that, because those are the extremes, so is it safe to assume that all the like smaller, you know what I mean, like less destructive forms of abuse, you don't think that those go up as well? And they said no. I said just DV and femicide goes up. They said yeah. I was like, yeah, y'all are being just dumb, being disingenuous. Men will not accept that men change, even though they themselves changed. Even though they themselves were the men I was talking about, they still running around here acting like men don't change. Yeah, man, men change. Men flip switches all the time when women become reliant on them. All the time. And if you think about it, that's not even like a man, like it is a man thing predominantly, but that's not even necessarily like just as it pertains to cis hetero relationships, right? I'm not even saying it like just like you could think about it financially, like with a job, when people, let's say you were a part-time employee, right? And you worked your way up. Now you're a salary employee. Once they put you on salary, once you have a family as a man, right? Once you're a father or whatever the case may be, a lot of times those companies start to abuse you even more. Because they're like, oh, where is he going to go? He's getting $110,000 a year, and he needs health insurance, and he has a family. He can't find this job. It ain't like he's just going to leave and find this job out there. So they take advantage of that. You used to work no more than 40 hours a week. Now you're working 48, 49, 52. You used to not have to take your work home with you on the weekends. Now you're taking your work home with you Monday through Friday plus Saturday and Sunday. You see what I'm saying? People like men do that in other scenarios, and we've had it done to us, but we don't understand how it happens when women get pregnant or when women are 100% financially reliant on a man. Please. And then you got situations like this with this big goofy motherfucker out here. This motherfucker, this was a day ago. This video popped up a day ago. So I'm guessing it's recent. I'm guessing it just happened, right? Look at it. Look at this goofy motherfucker. Look at this goofy motherfucker. This is what a man does after he divorces his pregnant wife after he already left another pregnant woman with this child. This is the type of shit they be out here doing. You telling me this man, you telling me these women knew beforehand? Like, I already know y'all gonna say that Rashida is to blame and she, you know, all that. I already know. I already know y'all gonna say that. But like I said in the beginning, keep in mind, Rashida ain't wrong. She didn't do anything wrong. She's not the wrong party in this scenario. She got done wrong. She got done wrong. The only people, to me, the only people that should be out here talking about what she should and shouldn't have done are people she asks advice from. If she goes to you and says, hey, should, you know, like, what could I have done or did I mess up? Then you can give her your advice. But your unsolicited judgments and advice of her, save it. Because I don't care about that. Bottom line is, Rashida never would have been in this situation if Jello was a decent human being. You see what I'm saying? Let's not get lost in the fog. Let's not get lost in the sauce. I always keep my eyes on the prize. If you do that, every time we do that, we are perpetuating the red pill myth that women need to be held accountable for their choices. In real time, we're seeing the accountability take place, though, because guess what? Jello is out here doing fucking belly rolls probably in a foreign country with his brothers, with his rich brother, right? Out here partying with his wealthy brother. Who knows what Rashida is doing? Pregnant. Who knows what Nikki is doing? You see what I'm saying? Y'all, like, the way we gotta go, and it's just a reflex. I know we quick to do the. I know the song is funny. You put your trust in a nigga, silly hoe, how you figure, right? I know the song funny. I know the line. I know the bar hit. It hit hard. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to Kaya. The bar hit hard. I ain't gonna hold you. The bar hit hard. But what I'm saying is, though, can we separate the entertainment from the person and really start talking about what actually happened and what the actual cause of this problem is and what these problems are? And it ain't women choosing bad. It's men being bad. I'm always going to focus on that. I don't care. I don't care what women, I don't care how women choose. I don't care. That's on them. And I'm not even saying that's on women to talk to other women about that, to be honest with you. Because again, I don't even feel like that's necessary. I don't even feel like it's necessary to be like, oh, you should have known better. Shit. Like, are we kids? You beating a dead horse. She knows. She already knows. She'll be fine. As far as that's concerned. She knows. Yep. Oopsie. Right? Let's focus on the fucking problem, though. That's the easy. Talking shit to the woman, telling her she should have chose better, that's easy. Holding the men accountable, that's hard, and that's why a lot of people run away from it. I don't. I like the hard work. I don't like the easy work. I like the hard work. I like it when it's tougher, I feel more fulfilled. Let's fight the hard battles. Let's fight the tough battles. This is the face. You should have chose better. He should have chose better. He should have chose to make better decisions. He should have done that. He should be the one that we put on blast. He should be the only one we're making fucking think pieces on. This motherfucker. Not her. I don't. What did she do? Who did she hurt? How you gonna talk about a person that didn't hurt nobody? You see what I'm saying? How you gonna spend 5 seconds talking about this motherfucker and 5 minutes talking about her? Like, come on now. Bottom line is, men need to do better. I don't care about women choosing better. I don't care. I will never, y'all will never, ever get me to care about that. You will never, ever get me to sit down and have a serious conversation about how women need to be choosing better. Because in reality, the only choice that women can make to keep them safe is to not choose men at all. So y'all don't want me to start having that discussion. Any of the men out there, you want me to have that discussion with women? Bet. Women don't choose nobody. How about that? Like, you don't want me to talk about it because that's the only right answer. I'm saying that's the only one I know for sure is right. That's the only one I know. That's the one I'm 100% sure of. Every other answer or response I would give a woman, I'm putting them in harm's way. Every single one. Every single one. And even that one don't even keep them safe 100%. But it's the one that I can say unequivocally, nobody should be able to come back and even though y'all do try to still blame a woman anyways, but where nobody can say like, oh, she chose poorly or something like that. Like, no. Because then if she crying in 10 years or whatever about how lonely she is, or not maybe not even how lonely, but how much she longs to be in a relationship with a man, y'all gonna be like, see, you should have chose better. But she chose a lesser of two evils. Not being able to have a deep, intimate connection with somebody of the opposite sex when that's what you desire, definitely could weigh on a person. Absolutely. But what could weigh on a person even more and what will snatch your life away much faster, much faster, is being with a toxic man, being with an abusive man. So I don't blame him.